the same woman who once made the internet bow down, who screamed loyalty from every stage, who claimed to be the blueprint for ride or die, has officially lost the plot. What happened? Oh, it was a small thing called a full-blown betrayal. We're talking about secret meetings, suspicious text messages, and footage that purports to show Remy creeping out of a Brooklyn hotel at 3 a.m. Remy Ma just committed career suicide. And now she's standing outside Papoose's house in a hoodie without makeup, crying like the world ended. I'm dating a man who is unquestionably not her husband, and let's just say, Papoose learned the hard way. Now that the internet is in flames, fans are picking sides, and Remy is attempting to control the damage as if her life depended on it. Did she ruin everything for a single passionate night? Or was this always the plan? According to sources, this isn't the first time she's been evading rumors, losing endorsements, and burning bridges more quickly than she can post an apology on the Notes app. So we must ask whether Remy Ma was the victim of her own decisions, or simply a skilled manipulator who was caught. For more than 10 years, Remy Ma and Papoose were the model. They weren't just a couple. They were a movement, a power couple that persevered through jail bids, industry, politics, and 1,000 fake friends who tried to break them up. Every anniversary post, every red carpet kiss, and every freestyle shout-out to my husband had fans convinced that this was the epitome of black love at its best. But beneath that glossy Instagram filter, cracks were already beginning to form. And rumors began to circulate in the Bronx that Remy was spotted with industry people a bit too frequently. Studio sessions that lasted until 4 a.m. but failed to produce a single track. And then the rumors got louder every week. According to one former stylist who wishes to remain anonymous, Remy's energy changed, and she started showing up late, demanding NDAs and keeping a second phone. I knew something was wrong because while Papoose was at home taking care of the kids, promoting her projects, and keeping appointments for battle rap events, Remy was outside, not in a securing the bag way, but rather playing. Now, let's be clear. It isn't just about cheating rumors. It's about Remy Ma making the one mistake she vowed never to make, placing herself in front of the man who helped her get back up from nothing. Recall that in 2008, she was imprisoned for shooting a friend in the stomach who was holding her down, and that Papoose married her while she was incarcerated. Papoose patiently turned down offers and remained faithful even when everyone told him to move on. You would think that kind of loyalty would earn at least a small amount of respect in return. However, based on leaked direct messages and a recently released explosive voice memo, Remy Ma was treating Papoose like a filler arc, a safe haven she could return to after finishing Wild N out with industry connections. This is where things get messy though, because one video, yes, we're talking about actual footage shows Remy leaving a low-key boutique hotel in Brooklyn. Not a 5-star establishment or a place you take your manager to for a business meeting. No, this was the type of establishment where discretion is included in the room rate. She is wearing a casual hoodie, real sneaky link behavior. And guess who leaves 45 seconds later? A man wearing a Yankee suit and holding 2 phones, one of which is allegedly Remy's. The internet did what it always does, zoomed in and went full CSI mode, and within hours, fans were posting side-by-side shots that connected the mystery man to a battle rapper who has been vying for influence ever since he got curved on live radio last year. However, it wasn't just the footage, it was the attitude that followed. Rather than responding to the rumors, Remy Ma made a mysterious post. Spree is reposting affirmations about letting go, learning from mistakes, and not letting your past define you, girl. That's not an accidental confession wrapped in a mood board. I don't know what it is. Poor Papoose was silent. Not even a subweet, not a shade-filled bar. Radio silence, the kind of silence that says, I saw everything and I'm done. What's worse is that just 2 weeks prior, Papoose had thrown Remy a surprise celebration. He invited friends, gave a speech, and sobbed as he spoke. Imagine sharing your heart on a microphone for the world to see. while your partner sneaks into hotels wearing someone else's hoodie? That's the kind of betrayal you don't recover from. However, Remy is reportedly making a lot of effort to work things out. According to an alleged friend of the couple, Remy has been calling, texting, and even showing up at Papoose's events without warning. However, sources claim that he isn't backing down. She made a big mistake. After the hotel footage went viral, Ree's publicist released a vague statement to clear the air and prepare for this level of gaslighting. Miss Remy Mackey has always prioritized family growth and healing. While the internet chooses chaos, she chooses peace. Girl, you chose a hotel keycard instead of peace. The rumors have become trending hashtags, and Papoose has yet to say a word. But guess who has been talking? Ree's team. Let's just say the spin job they're doing right now is so sloppy that it makes Ja Rule's Fire Festival promo look like a TED Talk. Internet. Oh, they chose violence. Fans weren't buying it for a second. One TikTok went viral with over 2 million views. Captioned POV. You watched Remy Ma talk about loyalty for 15 years, only to see her moving like a city girl with a burner phone. Meanwhile, Pap stans were launching hashtag Pap deserves better campaigns on all platforms, including LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. One post even criticized Remy for failing the professional standard of commitment. 3 different recordings of Remy in full breakdown mode were leaked by a staff member with a fully charged iPhone and an Axe 2 grind. In one, she wept and repeated, "He won't even look at me. I messed up. I messed up. I thought he'd forgive me." In another, she said, "It wasn't supposed to go this far. It was never real. I just needed to feel something." Excuse us, you just needed to feel something. Sis, go get a massage. Don't wreck the man who built his brand on protecting you. The third voicemail broke the internet. Let's not pretend this was just about the cheating, though, because new allegations are coming out that point to a whole web of manipulation and fakery that's been going on for months, according to 2 anonymous insiders who both claim to be part of Ree's media team. You leave me, I don't know who I am anymore, and you're the only one who waited. The memes were instantaneous, and the reaction videos were brutal. One YouTuber called their breakdown when the villain realizes she's no longer the main character. According to one insider, Remy told us, "They'll forget everything if we make it look like I'm doing the work." So she started doing charity runs, school visits, and interviews about women's empowerment. Another claims that Remy demanded that all of her photos be edited to include her wedding ring, even though she wasn't wearing it in real life. Remy knew the scandal was going to happen during her most recent tour, and instead of owning up, she attempted to get ahead of it with a completely fake PR redemption arc. It gets worse because, according to reports, Remy even asked a well-known gossip blog to pay them for a soft spin article. The blog refused, saying that even they said the story was too messy to clean. You know, it's when the mess merchants won't touch it. As this chaos spiraled out of control, celebrities started to weigh in. Some were supportive, while others weren't. Cardi B posted a cryptic tweet that said, "Y'all don't know what PPL go through behind closed doors. Stay humble, stay honest." People assumed it was a jab at Remy, especially since Cardi and Pap have always had an asterisk respect for one another. Fat Joe, who has known Remy for years, initially said nothing, but at a surprise Instagram Live, someone asked him directly, "Are you disappointed with Remy?" "I'm disappointed in things lately," he stated, pausing to gaze directly into the camera. One person close to Pap said, "He doesn't want a conversation. He wants distance. She's crossed too many lines." Meanwhile, Ree's efforts to convince Papoose to speak privately continued to fail. An additional, he remained strong for too long to be humiliated in this way. And now Ray is finally understanding what it's like when the public sympathy train doesn't stop at your station, because isn't Remy just getting out of jail and ready to make a comeback? Instead, she just destroyed the only man who ever shielded her. And now she's watching the world repeatedly replay her downfall. While her team tries to change the narrative, Remy is displaying signs of weakness. She recently canceled 2 appearances, claiming exhaustion, but insiders claim she had a breakdown backstage after seeing us fan compilations, in-depth analyses, and even shady podcasts are eating this story for breakfast. One well-known host joked, Remy Ma played herself trying to be Future in heels. The streets, in fact, agree because at this point, it's not just betrayal. It's a pattern, and the receipts are flying out like confetti. But it's not over because what happens next could be the last nail in Remy's public image. A fan holding a sign that read, "Where's your loyalty now?" After days of media silence and private pleading behind the scenes, Papoose finally moved, and no. It wasn't a sit-down interview or a passive-aggressive lyric. It was a calculated strike, a formal separation notice served publicly through his lawyer. Yes, according to numerous insiders and now widely shared legal filings online, Papoose filed paperwork for a legal separation, citing irreconcilable differences. The man who once made Black Love his entire brand is now legally prohibiting her from profiting from their past. A source close to Pap said, "He's done." She begged him, "You embarrass me publicly," and he didn't flinch. Oh wait, it gets even messier. Attached to the document was a cease and desist letter sent to Remy Ma's camp demanding she stop using his name, image, or their marriage for promotional purposes. Let that sink in. The biggest blow was a rumored IRS audit that was sparked by anonymous reports that claimed Remy was funneling appearance fees through shell companies under false names. We're not saying that's true, but we are saying the timing is suspiciously poetic. And while all of this was happening, Papoose dropped a song. And folks, she's living it. Remy's endorsements have gone. Her beauty brand collaboration has been quietly pulled from shelves, and she was pitching about rebuilding her image after prison. Yes, that deal is officially dead in the water. In the meantime, Remy Ma was caught by paparazzi leaving a Manhattan studio with her eyes puffy and put up and surrounded by handlers. When asked if she had any comments about Papoose's filing, she simply said, "I just want my family back. It's all I want." However, the damage was already done. And the industry was closely watching because, behind the scenes, the cryptic post sent the internet into a tailspin. It was just a black screen, with white text that said, "Protect your peace even if it means walking away from what you prayed for." According to insiders, some people feel vindicated. One executive reportedly told a media contact she always thought she was untouchable. This is what happens when you gamble with the only person who ever bet on you. Even Fat Joe, who has been loyal to Remy since the days of the Terror Squad, is reportedly avoiding the situation because he is unsure of how to handle the fallout without jeopardizing his brand. At a pop-up event in Atlanta, Ray made her first public appearance since the scandal broke. She was scheduled to speak on a women's. She arrived, took the microphone, stood in front of a room full of women, and broke down in the middle of her statement. "I've made mistakes. I lost myself. I lost my family." She paused her voice, shedding tears as she looked at the audience and said, "I had something real and I ruined it. I thought I was strong enough to juggle everything, but I wasn't even strong enough to tell the truth." The organizers of the empowerment panel pleaded with her not to cancel, saying, "Just come say something. Remind people who you are." She left the stage moments later, and a fan captured it all on camera. The caption, "When you realize the internet forgives faster than the people you betrayed," went viral within an hour. This is where the real change occurred, as even Remy Ma's most devoted fans began to turn against her for the first time. The Reddit threads were cruel, and we supported you through jail beefs and cancellations. But these were selfish Instagram comments full of graying black hearts. One fan wrote, "I defended you for years. Can't do it this time." Even fashion bloggers started criticizing her, comparing pictures of her classic looks to more recent ones and writing, "The crown fell off. She just hasn't noticed yet." Remy, on the other hand, continued to win Papoose in a quiet manner. He didn't vent or criticize. Instead, he just concentrated on himself. He booked shows, posted selfies with fans, shared moments with his daughter, and when a journalist asked how he was doing, he simply replied, "Real." In the end, a leaked text thread between Remy and a close friend revealed that she was thinking of going on a major talk show to tell her truth. The friend responded, "Your truth came out on that hotel camera. There's nothing left. Peace doesn't need to be posted. I'm good." Mic drop. So now we're here. So one celebrated queen of loyalty has become the poster child for public downfall. The same woman who once rapped, "I'll never fold, I'll never break," is now sitting in silence while the man she broke is taller than ever. Brutal but true. What comes next for Remy Ma? Can she ever regain the trust of her fans? Or, more importantly, the man she betrayed? Is there even a way forward when your own decisions cause the bridge to burn? One thing is certain, though. This isn't just a story about infidelity. It's a story about power, ego, and what happens when you confuse public acclaim with private loyalty. The story concludes with Remy Ma pleading with the one man who never needed a spotlight to shine. The question is whether he will ever look her way again. We've seen plot twists, but this is a masterclass in self-sabotage. Let's not forget that Papoose held her down through prison, public criticism, and industry snakes. And this is the thank you hotel hookup, PR cover-up, and some teary-eyed "I just needed to feel something" voicemails. While Papoose walks off like the unbothered legend he is, Remy wipes away her tears. Let's get to the real question. Is there any hope for this? We're watching closely, so please share your thoughts in the comments section. If you think this episode of Heartbreak and Scandal was too real to be true, buckle up at Celeb Tycoon. The drama never sleeps, and we've got more exclusive leaks and messy receipts coming faster than Remy can delete her direct messages. If you're looking for truth, tea, and trouble, hit the subscribe and notification bell. A gossipy atmosphere, where the drama is always certain to go viral, the facts are dubious, and the rumors are strong. Observing the observant and untidy